Begin. We're all being good to ourselves by showing up today. All right. I like this one. I opened it and it showed up. Being happy doesn't mean everything is perfect. It means you've decided to look beyond the imperfections. I love this one. Being happy doesn't mean that everything is perfect. It means you've decided to look beyond the imperfections. So for today, or at least for the next hour or so, 45 minutes, let's try that. Let's try to look beyond and be grateful where we are in this moment. So I'm going to sit back on the chair. I want us to all connect. And a wonderful practice for connection is first knowing where we are right now. That sense of being grounded and being aware of this moment. And if you'd like, you could begin to close the eyes. I'm going to bring my hands at my heart. And I'm going to begin to connect, noticing my feet on the earth. You could begin by letting yourself rest, noticing the body on the chair, noticing where your hands are, noticing where your focus is. And then let's begin to connect with our breathing. And we'll start with words, I am my breath. Very, very easy to follow. We breathe in the words as we're breathing it in internally, I am. As we breathe out, we're saying my breath. So let's try that a few times. You could bring a smile to your face. And as we're staying connected to this breath, let's connect, all of us here in this room. How do we do that? Let's imagine a doorway to our heart opening. But I'm going to add something to this for protection. Let's imagine ourselves first in a crystal, as if we were full size and a crystal around us. Our protection. That's it. And then we're going to open up the doorway to our heart. We're going to let this light from our heart circle around these rooms, around our Zoom room. Sending out love and allowing it to come back to us. And from here, if you'd like to set an intention, you can do that. Someone is unmuted, so if we could just check. And then we'll begin. All right, so I'm going to move myself away from the back of the chair now. We all ready? Ready to begin? Ready to move? Ooh, I had a lot of snap, crackle, pop. All right, so let's bring our shoulders up to the ears and then relax them. Let's work with our breathing. Breathing in, we bring our shoulders up. Breathing out, we relax a few times. And then we'll roll the shoulders. And if it helps, you can let the arms rest on your lap as you begin this movement. And then we'll begin the movement the other way. That's it. And I'm going to do a little side to side here. The side to side, try it slowly. I would say in the morning, side to side movement can be a little tricky. All right, so now we'll do a little bit more swirling with the body, and then we'll get our spine moving even more. Movement of the spinal column is really important for our health. Okay, let's come back to center. Take a moment. You can begin to already feel everything moving. I'm gonna open up the knees a little bit. Oh, I forgot my blocks, but they're here. So if you have your blocks, you can get them ready. I'll get mine in a moment. So I'm gonna open up the knees. We're gonna do some trunk rolls, but we'll start slowly. So a trunk roll, knees are a little open. You can have hands on the lap. We're gonna go like this, breathing in, and on the out breath, we come back up. And we'll do this a few times. Breathing in, letting the head drop. Breathing out, we come back up. Again. And we come back up to center. We go the other way. Now, if at any point, if you're feeling a little dizzy or something, stop the movement. You can start again, but go a little bit slower then. That's it. One more. I'm going one way, and on the screen, you guys are all going the other way. It's just the way it happens. Okay, so let's come back to center. We're going to do a little cat dog with the spine. So the cat dog is a movement where we're pushing the tailbone out, we're lifting our heart, and then we're bringing our navel in, and we're creating a rounded back. So it's an inhale and an exhale. I'm going to walk the feet in. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. Inhale. Exhale. And we return to center. There we go. How are we feeling? We're good?
Yes.
Oh, I hear someone who just said yes. So you may want to check your monitors. Some might have their audio on and you can hear static. And so you just check quickly. All right, here we go. I'm going to bring my hands in my heart, but I'm doing a little bit with the fingers here. I'm pressing, I'll show you a little closer. I'm going like this, pushing the finger. All right, so we get a little stretch of the finger. One at a time. That's it. You're gonna watch those singing bowls on the floor. Okay. And now I'm going to press into the fingers. I'm gonna lift up the elbows. See how this feels. Begin to press your hands into one another, but keep some space right in the palm. Staying connected to the breathing. You could even press your feet onto the earth. There we go. So the elbows are lifted, staying connected to our breathing. And then we're going to twist a little bit. Just a little. We come back. We twist to the other side. So we'll do a little bit of this. Now you can let the palms touch and let the elbows relax a little bit as you do the twisting. There we go. Just a little bit. Beautiful. Now we'll come back to center. We're going to work with our arms and doing this, okay? So it'll look like this. Breathing in. My arms are a little bit lower. Breathing out, I come back. Yes. Breathing in. Breathing out. So you can do this as an offering. Here I am. Being grateful for who you are, offering yourself, your unconditional love. Breathing in, breathing out. And one more. Beautiful. And then we're going to reach those arms up. We're going to open up the palms. If you need to call in any extra energy, call it in. Breathing it into the heart. Breathing out, we come back to center and we're going to bring those hands out. Open the hands. That's it. Yes. And now we're going to turn the palms up and bring the arms out to the sides. Yes. All right, so let's take our arms slightly forward. So not too far back, just a little bit forward. All right, you're going to begin to Notice how this feels in a moment. Let's begin to straighten the arms a little bit more. You'll feel this in the triceps. We're going to open the pinkies. You feel that in the triceps? I do. Now I'm going to open the thumbs. You might feel it in the biceps. And now I'm going to open the full hand. Nice, everyone. Now let's take the right hand. We're going to turn it down. And we're going to bring that right hand to the chair. Find a spot on the chair you can hold. And now we'll lift up the left arm and we're going to drop over a little bit. Okay, this is where we notice it's morning time. We're breathing into our body, expanding that rib cage. Beautiful, everyone. We're going to come back up. Bring those arms back halfway. So it's okay, we're doing a little bit of work with those arms. Now we'll turn the left arm down and we bring it down to the chair. You can hold on, we'll reach over. And if you are right side dominant, you might notice it's a little bit more tighter on the right side of the body. And now we'll come back to center and we'll bring those arms beside us. Beautiful, everyone. And I do have a block. So if you wanted to work with the block, you could always have the block right here between the shins. So that way you have the legs working a little bit too. So if anybody has a block and they want to grab it, go right ahead. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. And I have seen them at CBS, although they are a little, they look like they're anorexic blocks. They're very skinny. Okay, so let's take our feet now. We'll do a little bit with the legs. I have right angle with the legs, but what I want to do is I want to walk the toes in a little bit and I want to lift the heels. Okay, so while this may not seem like a lot of work, when you have the block here, it's a little bit more. And we want to imagine too that the ankles are facing right here. It's facing forward. There we go. We're going to reach the arms up. Beautiful. We're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, we're going to bring those elbows in right to the ribs. We're going to do a little bit with breath work. It'll be breathing in and then a ha. Yes. Inhale. Ha. Inhale. Ha. Inhale. Ha. Inhale, ha. Take a breath in, let the hands come to the legs. Let's let the heels come back down. There we go. And we'll move the block away for a moment and we'll do some work with the legs. Okay, we're gonna open up. And we're going to take, I just want to be aware, we're going to take ourselves to the right side of the chair. Can we just see that you're still very solid on the chair? This is just giving the corner of the chair, giving your legs space so the corner of the chair doesn't get in the way. I'm going to straighten my right leg out and I'm going to point the toes and flex them. Just a little bit of movement and circling of that ankle. How's that feeling? Good? Okay, just a little bit so you can get that rotation and some movement, which helps with circulation. All right, so now I'm back to straight leg, toes pointed forward. I'm going to take my right hand on the inside of the leg. I'm going to tip over a little bit. If you need to, hold the chair. If not, take your hand on the waist and you could drop over a little and then come back. Breathing in, breathing out. Now we're going to come down a little bit. We're going to hold it. Yes. I'm going to take my hand to the heart and I'm going to lift the elbow, circle it, Open. Yes. This looks amazing. I can see so many of you. You guys are doing fantastically well. And now I'm going to turn. I'm going to look up. And I'm going to continue to breathe. Intentional breathing makes a difference when we're holding a posture. That's it. And then we're going to slowly bend that top arm, bring the elbow to the ribs. You can hold on to the chair if you want and come back up. And we'll bend that right leg. There we go. Now we're going to turn to that right leg, just a little twist in the ribs. You can extend it again. And if you want, you can hold the chair. If you're uncomfortable, come forward a little. Or you can bring your hands to the leg. Very gentle. We're not pushing it here. Breathing in, breathing out. We'll rise back up. We come back to center. We bend that leg. We're going to switch sides. All right, so what happens when we're holding something that's uncomfortable is the sympathetic nervous system kicks in. So the nervous system, the part of the brain that wants to come out of a posture, which is the fight or flight. When we continue breathing, we are then engaging the relaxation response. We are counteracting that fight or flight by focusing on that breath. All right, we ready for the other side? I've shifted to the left. I now have my ankle turning so I can get the circulation moving in the foot. So just a little bit of turning of that leg. And then I'm going to point the toes towards me. And I'm going to shift a little bit and come back. If you need to be full on the chair because you're uncomfortable, you could do that. I'm shifting and I'm coming back. Now I'm going to shift and I'm going to take my left hand out. Right arm. So I circle the elbow a little. And then I open, yes. And then I turn. So I feel it right away in the rib cage. Staying connected to my breathing here. That's it. Now I bend. Elbow comes down. I rise back up slowly. I bend the leg. And I'm going to bring myself now full on the seat of the chair, but a little bit forward. And what we're going to try is we're going to take, if you have repair work, this may not be the best posture for you, so go with what your body is calling to you. I'm going to take my right leg and I'm going to bring it to the ankle to the left thigh. Now you can see here, on one side, less flexibility. If this is not available, imagine you're doing it. And we're gonna pick up this leg, just circle it a little bit, just a little. If you can, some of us, it's not possible today. And then bring it back to the thigh. And we'll lift the heel. Doesn't that feel wonderful? Let's stay connected to our breathing as we do this. If you want, you can massage your feet. They're yours. Just a little bit, waking up the circulation, the feet, the acupressure points. And then we'll bring that heel back down. We're going to bring that knee back to center. I'm holding the shin and I'm bringing that leg in close to the body. And I'm going to bring nose to knee and come back. And a little bit. Nose to knee. And one more. And then that foot comes down to the floor. And you can feel a difference. Right side's a little bit more awake. Left side, we're going to wake it up. We ready? We're gonna take that left leg, if it's available, little circling. And then after we do this, we're going to stand. Now we take that ankle right on the thigh and we lift the the right heel. Can we stay connected to our breathing? Maybe this helps. Maybe you want to do a little bit of massage on that foot. Wake it up a little bit. That's it. And then we bring that heel to the earth. We're going to take that knee so it's center, holding onto the shin. I'm going to bring that shin and the thigh into the belly, nose to knee, and come back. Here we breathe in. Here we breathe out. Just a little bit. You can circle the leg, circle the ankle. And one more. And we'll bring that foot back down. Take a deep breath in. Very nice. All right, we ready to stand, everybody? Yes? All righty. I'll join you. Okay, here we go. I'm going to turn the chair. You guys decide what works for you. Okay, so we want to have the chair stable. And we want to come into mountain pose. So mountain pose, let's take a glance down at your feet. The feet are about hip width apart or fist width apart, right? So this is a measurement. Begin to notice the feet on the earth, meaning we're grounded here. We're lengthening the legs, we're lengthening our spine. That's it. And now I'm going to hold on to the chair and I'm going to walk the feet back. Here we are. And now I'm going to push the tailbone away. I'm going to look straight ahead. And now I'm going to come back up. We'll do this a few times. Move slowly. If this isn't comfortable, then stay in one place. So it's going to look like this. I'm breathing in here. I'm breathing out. I'm pushing my tailbone away. My legs are straight. I'm breathing in. I'm coming back up. I'm breathing out. I'm pushing the tailbone away. And let's do this a few more times. Breathing in. Breathing out. And one more, breathing in. And breathing out. Now I'm going to step my feet away just a little bit. And I'm going to try to create what looks like maybe a right angle with the body. I'm going to stay very aware of how this is feeling. So if it's not feeling good, and my head is slightly out, so I'm looking kind of out instead of down. If it's not feeling comfortable, begin to slowly bring yourself up. We'll take a breath in here. And now as we breathe out, we come forward. Slowly forward. And we come back up into mountain pose. Beautiful. And now I'm going to face you. And if you want, you can work with the block. If you want, you can bring the block here between the thighs. Try this for a moment, see how it feels. And then if you wanted, try this, bringing it between the shins and see how that feels. And you'll find that one of them is where you want to go from right now. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to bring my block here, and I'm going to show you in this direction so we can see how the back looks. Okay, I'm gonna bend the knees. And I'm gonna bend a little further, right at the hip sockets. And I'm gonna bring my arms behind me. This is called the awkward chair. Awkward chair, you could also hold on to the chair. We wanna keep our back long. But I'm gonna add some movement, so see how this feels. You could always have one hand on the chair. If you wanna work with both, breathing in, I'm gonna reach the arms. Breathing out, I bring my arms down, yes. Breathing in and breathing out. See how this feels? You can always pause. Beautiful. And we'll straighten. Now I'm straightening with both arms up. You can hold on to the chair. Palms at our heart. And I'm going to release the block. Okay, we're good, everybody? All right. So let's take this further. I'm going to, I needed to move the chair, but you guys can have the chair nearby if you needed to. I'm gonna open up, you know what? I'm gonna work with the chair with you guys. I'm gonna open up the legs. And we're gonna try a wide-legged stretch. Check in with your toes. Toes are forward. I'm going to bend the knees and bring my hands to the seat of the chair. Okay, now I'm going to straighten the legs. Now some of us can take this further. So what does that look like? Bending the elbows. This may not be available for everybody, so we don't want to do it if it's not available. Then you could begin to feel how it stretches the back of the legs. I'm going to try something here. I'm going to straighten the arms. I'm going to lift my head a little. I'm coming a little bit forward. There we go. So you can feel the difference in the stretch. And I'm coming a little bit backwards. I feel solid on the chair. You can always take hands on the chair. So it's a little forward, a little backwards, just like we did earlier. Excellent. And then we'll come back to center. You can turn your heels in. Take your hands to the chair. And we'll come back up. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, so let's move this chair so you guys can see where I'm gonna go. We're gonna widen the legs. I have my right hand on the chair. I'm gonna turn my right toes out, my right foot out, and my left foot in. Okay. I'm going to work with no hands. So you decide what works for you today. You may want to have one hand on the chair. I'm going to breathe in. I'm going to reach my arms halfway. I breathe out. I bend my right knee. You can always bring one hand to the chair if that feels good. But it doesn't matter which side today. Now I'm going to turn my head to the right. Now this is a warrior posture. And I want to stay connected to the grounding, the breathing, and the focus. That's it. See how you feel, if you can hold the arms a little bit. And now what we'll try is, let's take pointer finger and thumb together. Let's turn our palms up. And if you want, left arm reaches. Feel your strength, your breath, your grounding. And then we will straighten the front leg. We'll bring the top arm down. So take a moment here. We're going to continue on. So now we're taking the right, we have left arm on the left leg. We're gonna reach that right arm up. Yes. Beautiful. And now we come back. Both toes forward. If you need to move the chair, move the chair. Be aware of your singing bowls. Okay, just kidding. I have to be aware of them. All right. Are we ready for the other side? The left foot turns out, the right foot turns in. Breathing in, the arms reach halfway. Breathing out, the left knee bends. I'm going to turn to the left, and I'm going to stay connected to the grounding, breathing, and focus. If you need a hand on the chair, take a hand on the chair. That's it. Excellent. This is called Warrior Two. The knees and the toes are going in the same direction for Warrior Two. And from here, we're going to bring pointer finger and thumb together, and we'll turn our palms up. And if you wanted to try, let's take that right arm up, and we're still looking to the left. You could always have one hand on the chair. Beautiful. Now we'll take that right arm to the right leg. If you need to hold for a moment, that's okay. And then we'll take that left arm up. Beautiful. We all seem to move in unison through some of the postures, and it really is a beautiful sight. And now we'll slowly come back up, hand on the chair if you need to, and you can walk those feet together. It feels good in the legs. Okay, so I'm going to work with the chair again. Our chair is really helpful today. All right, so with my left side by the chair, I'm holding on to the chair. I'm going to reach my left knee up and then bring it to the earth. Left knee and to the earth. And one more. Now from here, can you circle the knee? That's it. And then we'll bring that leg back down. If you need to switch sides, you can do that. If you want, you can stay on one side. We'll go right leg and back to the earth. Right leg, back to the earth. And one more. There we go. Now we'll circle it. Beautiful. So it's really good to get right into that hip socket, little movement there. And now we bring that foot to the earth. Now we're ready for a little more. Legs feel good, legs feel strong, or tired maybe. All right, so if you have a pillow or a cushion on the chair, that would be great. Okay, because we're about to bring a little bit of pressure. So this is what it would look like. There's a pillow on the chair. I'm going to bring my left leg to the chair. And I'm going to bring the left thigh against the back of the chair. I'm going to hold on to the chair. And now I'd like you to point the toes away from you on your left leg. And be aware, sometimes we can get a cramp. So hopefully we're all good. Okay. Now from here, with the toes pointing, can you bring your hips forward? You're gonna feel a stretch up the quadricep muscles right up into the hips. I even feel it on the inside of the leg. Beautiful. Are we feeling this, some of us? Yes? Awesome. Stay connected to your breathing. Then, pointer finger and thumb. We take our arm halfway. I'm still pointing the toes on my left leg. I'm going to reach up. Now I'm going to lift my heart and look up. Staying connected to the breathing. Relax the left foot now. And slowly come back, bringing that arm beside you. Wow, that felt good. It's hard to get to the quadricep muscles and the hips in a standing class. And since we're doing so many things seated, this is a really good stretch for the body. All right, we're switching sides. Okay, checking time. Okay, we're gonna be coming to the chair right after this. All right, right leg. The thigh is against the back of the chair. I point the toes away. Now I'm going to bring my hip forward a little bit. So now I'm beginning to feel that stretch. I'm going to take pointer finger and thumb. I'm going to reach up. I'm going to bring the hips forward and I'm going to lift the heart. And I'm staying connected to the breathing. Relax the right foot. We'll bring the head back and the arm back. We bring that arm down. And now I invite you to your chairs because we're going to have our little singing bowl ceremony. All right, everybody. I'm going to shift this a little bit. Everyone can see me? Yes. Okay. All right. So I invite you to sit back. Sit back on the chair. Maybe snuggle yourself into a blanket. This is a time for rest. The body works, the body needs rest. We'll take a breath in, and as we breathe out, let it be a gentle sigh out. And breathing in again. Let's begin to give ourselves permission to rest as we relax the muscles around the face and the jaw, through the neck and the shoulders. Down the arms and through the fingertips. We'll relax the muscles of the back and the belly. Through the arms and fingertips. Through the legs. All the way through the toes. And we'll let the body enjoy the sound. We're going to begin to let the breathing deepen. And we're going to move through the chakra system. So when you hear a sound, imagine a color. We'll start with red. And now orange. Yellow. Green. Blue. Indigo. And violet. And now imagine at the crown of the head, a bright white light coming in all the way through and going all the way through to the earth. And a white light from the earth coming in so that both of these lights meet at the heart center. And then we'll bring our hands into prayer as we bring to mind someone in need of healing, bringing their face from mind into heart, being generous with what we give, and sending it out to those around the world for the healing of humanity, the healing of our planet. Let's now take from our hearts, we pass this energy to all of us here, including those we've held in light, and let's send it out into the cosmos for healing, for peace, for love, freedom, sovereignty, and unity. And may it come back 1,000-fold. And when you are ready, please open the eyes. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my beautiful friends, my yoga family. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.